Squawk, squawk, fellow sorrowers. Yep, back at it. Going to continue with the attack on Captain Scarlet, the same way that it's tried to attack the hearts of the youth, me included, as I did love this program growing up. So I've explained in the previous video, you have your 69, okay, which is your vortex, your colours for the atomic, okay, the rainbow. We've gone over this to bow to the Rain Man, okay. So it's your Ouroboros cycle, yeah? If you look closely, you'll even see a scythe. You see that? The scythe chasing the scythe. There you have it, okay? It's a target, right? We're the targets. See the Saturn in the middle here also. We all know what the S stands for, don't we? So, moving on. This is an old um, comic slide of the original drawing of what the Myst-Archons were going to look like. And as you can see, you have the hive layout here. It's also crystallized. The Archons are crystallized, okay? They're trapped in the cube. You'll even see the slit one eye symbolism on both of them here. You see that? It says, destroy everything, every living thing, nothing must live to threaten the Myst-Archons. Myst-Archons are cons, okay? Moving on. Listen to this.
If only we were fighting something we understood, something tangible, something in 3 dimensions.
So he says, if only we were fighting something we understood, something tangible, something of 3 dimensions, because they are dimensional, okay? They are interdimensional, not extraterrestrial, which is how the Myst-Archons are always portrayed and displayed to us, okay? See the pink and yellow for sex and violence and how it's coming across as a spectrum. That sign for their syndicate, if you will, is spectrum, or at least that's what they want you to believe the S stands for. Spectrum is what? Different dimensions, different levels, once again, different degrees. Okay? And then listen to the next part.
I know what you mean. We can only hear them over our radios, but I've got a feeling they're with us all the time.
We can only hear them over our radios, frequencies. They are digital manifestations, as I say in cavities, right? He has a feeling, the feelings, you can sense them, that they're with us all the time. Very telling. Very telling. Okay? Now, for those of you that don't know, the Myst-Archons, they re-inhabit the dead. Okay, and the Archons are death incarnate, right? So what they do when someone falls victim to them, they use Captain Black, which was the first host that they embedded as a vessel, and they use him to speak for them on their behalf, right? So they use him to murder others. So he has full archontic infection, hence the black Saturnian attire. And then you have these 2 rings, which of course are green, because they're powered by our heart chakra. Okay? Or however you want to call it, loose energy, real energy, high vibrations, adrenochrome, blood, life. Okay? 2 of them for duality, and the rings for Saturn. And what they do, they move over the dead, and they take over them. Archontic infection. They use the dead. It's a metaphor. It's not so much the literal of becoming deceased physically, it's becoming deceased spiritually, because that's what lets them in. Okay. So then they show you the planes of existence. Okay. Armageddon Consciousness will show you this in his plain sight video. And they give you 19, okay, which is actually 91. 91 is the left hand path. Okay. D and T. Well, D is 4 and T is 20. You drop the 0, it gives you your 6 for the omnipotent soul of man. Again, the left hand path. Trying to stray the soul from man and man from his soul. Here you have another corporation within the Captain Scarlet universe, Winged Assassin. We know who the Winged Assassin is, don't we? The first of the Fallen. Okay? You see, they didn't have to call him Captain Scarlet. They could have called him Captain Red, Captain Burgundy, Captain Auburn. You know? They chose Captain Scarlet for a reason, because the Scarlet Woman is the whore of Babylon. It is Lilith. Okay? That's why they've done it. Hopefully these two videos have done it. The recreation process requires the subject to be clinically dead before the copy is created. So all the Archons can do, copy, rewrite, same as Machine Mummy Mean. Okay? You see this? So here it says the atmosphere restores the Hiterario, disembodied creatures to visibility. Okay? So in this form, they are depicted as spherical, just like Machine Mummy Mean, with 3 of the faces having eye slits, one of which can emit a destructive energy beam. Okay, electromagnetic energy. See? Energy beings, energy vampires, right? It's all about technology with them. They can control it. One of their weaknesses is electricity at the same time. There's your L, your Saturn. Subatomic level. The Myst-Archonization process alters the replicants at a subatomic level. The Saturnian death cult are all about atomics, altering the genetic code. That's what the Canaanites and the reptilians for, isn't it? It is this alteration of DNA, 3 strands, 3 base pairs, that leaves them vulnerable to detection, and as such, all Spectrum personnel are subject to regular DNA checking. It's all there. It's all there. So, the word spectrum in Latin, spectre, apparition. Okay? And the spectrum, of course, would cover the analog and the digital. We're analog, they're digital. They are spectres. They need us. They can create apparitions like they do with their Mars military base that gets blown up. It was never there. It was put in the mind. The Archons have this capability of hypnotizing us. It's where all the temptation comes from, because they put that in place to tempt human beings. So, I think it's time that we start blowing the rings through them, eh? Rather than have them pass over us and have us pass over our free will what makes us living rather than dead.